Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another Tough Love Tuesday. Today today's going to be a little bit of a hard topic for some of us, I think. So, we all know that since 2016, we all know what happened in 2016 in the United States. But for those of us in North America, since 2016, we have noticed an increase in the patriarchy, alpha males, okay? Women with some severe internalized misogyny. And all of these people who think racists, you name it, have all felt a lot more comfortable about being loud. And I'm pretty sure that this is what has compounded today's topic. And what I'm talking about today is you playing small. Because it's a whole lot easier for us to bite our tongue and not react for fear of being told we're overreacting or we're crazy or whatever. It's so much easier for us to be quiet, stay small, instead of taking up space and putting ourselves out there and doing the right thing in a lot of cases. I know that as someone from the LGBTQ community, I have seen a massive increase, not just in the United States, but in Canada, of gay hate crimes. It has been absolutely flipping insane. And we have a tendency, especially as female presenting people, to play small, to not put ourselves out there. And that has so many negative effects. First and foremost, there is the social justice effect, which I'm not going to get too deep into because I know it's a very sensitive topic for some people. But when you see something like that happening, when you see a man talking over a woman when he doesn't talk over men, and I have met men like this, haven't met any women like that, but I have met men like that, and you don't speak up for that person, that's a problem. When you see somebody say, "Oh, that's gay," and you don't speak up, that's a problem. That's just one side of the coin. The other side of the coin that about to come down on you for today is your own personal bubble, your own life, your own career, whatever. So, and you're right, Kay, not everyone is able to advocate for themselves. So it's up to us, for those of us, so long as we're not putting ourselves at risk of physical harm, to advocate for them until they can find their voice. And that is a really good segue. A lot of us are taught, don't speak up, don't take up too much space, don't be too loud, don't be overconfident, because that might make somebody else feel bad. And to them, those people, I say, tough. Tough. We are not responsible for other people's reactions. We are not responsible for other people's emotions, unless, of course, we're being a total jerk for no apparent reason, just to make ourselves feel better. It is up to us to take up space, to be loud, to rock the bloody boat, because that's the only way things change. And as women and female presenting people, we don't do it enough. We do not do it enough for fear of not being liked, being told we're too much. That's a real stickler one for me, and I hate it. You know what? You're not saying that I'm too much. You're asking me to be less. So, yes, Kay, bring your own freaking chair to the table. If you are thinking, I can't say anything because then they'll say I'm too much, realize that they are not saying you're too much, they are asking you to be less. And you know what? With the way things are going right now, and COVID taught us a lot. COVID taught a lot of us our own worth. We have come back into the workplace making demands as we should be, going after the higher pay because we deserve to be paid for our time. No more of this, oh, we're a family here. There's nothing worse than hearing that. Huge red flag. All that means is you're going to work for no money. But it is up to us to open our mouths and start being heard. Now, I'm not saying you should be blasting yourself all over the place if it makes you really uncomfortable. I see Rachel saying that it's very difficult for you because maybe you're just not there yet. But then it would be up to somebody like myself or Kay to advocate for you. And if you can advocate for somebody else, do so. Because we are not going to get anywhere until we start taking up that space. The whole world is on fire. The whole world is on fire. And I often say, half jokingly, half seriously, that we need to wait for an entire generation to die off before people in power think like we do. And I always say that this, and I'm speaking generally North America here, mostly United States, but until we stop putting old white men in power, nothing is going to change. Until we stop putting the 1%, I'm not just saying it's old white men, a lot of it is women, white women my age or younger even. But until we stop putting the 1% in power, nothing is going to change. And until we start getting comfortable with taking up space, yelling at the top of our lungs, advocating for the people who can't do it for themselves, nothing is going to change. Now, I know I'm getting a little political here. I may tick a few people off, but this is called Tough Love Tuesday for a reason. Okay. Now, absolutely disagree with me. Absolutely disagree with me. But if you look at it just in the context of your own life, okay? Your own life, whether it's at work and, oh, maybe I shouldn't ask for that raise because then I might lose my job. If you could lose your job by asking for a raise that you know you deserve, you're in the wrong job. And I know with the job market out there right now, sometimes switching jobs is not advisable. But again, if we don't start lifting our voices and taking up space, nothing is going to change. If we wait for someone to do it for us, it is never going to happen. We have to do it for ourselves. And I'm just as guilty as anyone for biting my tongue. And I really shouldn't. I am just as guilty of shaking my head and walking away when I see somebody getting crapped on who can't advocate for themselves. But I'm also guilty of being the one that gets in somebody's face and tells them to smarten up. But I'm still learning to be consistent with that. It seems like every time I go to Costco, I get into it with somebody. I was there last Friday and jumped on a guy for talking down and yelling at a staff member who was stocking shelves and didn't know where something was. And this guy raised his voice, and I turned to him and I said, "Lower your voice right now. This person doesn't get paid enough to put up with your shit." Right? I'm probably going to lose my channel over that, but that's what I said. And this guy turned beet red and walked away. Now, it's also gone the other way for me. But I've also told you guys the story about dressing, like the way that I do and being you know, spoken to. I can advocate for myself and for other people in situations like that. But I need to do it more consistently, especially for myself. Especially for myself. Okay. The other day, I got told that I was not a real author because most of my publications are in the 10,000, 12,000 word range. And I said nothing. I said literally nothing because, first of all, it was on social media and you can fall down that rabbit hole. However, I'm an author. Those are published out there. People have paid for them. I'm an author. But I did not advocate for myself. But not only did I not advocate for myself, but nobody came to advocate for me. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? If we don't raise our voices, nothing is going to change. And my challenge for you is to start doing it for yourself, so long as you're not putting yourself in physical danger. Okay? So long as you're not putting yourself in any danger. I want you to stop advocating for yourself. Geez, did I just say stop? Start advocating for yourself. Start with something simple. Like when somebody interrupts you, you look at them and you say, I'm not finished speaking. Do not apologize. Don't say, sorry, can I just finish? Pull a Kamala Harris. I'm talking. When she did that, that was the most brilliant thing. And so many young girls just latched onto that. See, that's somebody taking up space. That's somebody advocating for themselves. And it trickles out. It trickles out. Next time somebody interrupts you, I'm not done talking. If they interrupt you again, excuse me, I'm not done talking. If they do it again, tell them to shut up. I've had to do it. I've had to do it in meetings where somebody will talk over me and I'm the only person in the room shaped like this. So I'm the one that gets talked over. And 3 strikes. And then you're getting told to shut up. Because the harsher the language, the more they'll listen. Okay? Especially these so-called alpha males. Shut up. I'm speaking. It is okay to do that. And if you get people that get ticked off at you and you lose a friend or your mother gets mad at you or something like that, that's on them. They are responsible for their reaction, not you. And if you've lost a friend or somebody because you stood up and advocated for yourself, they weren't your friend to begin with. Maybe they need to be doing it. Maybe it made them so uncomfortable because they couldn't imagine doing that. Teach by example. So this is it, Kay. This is it. If someone gets mad at you for sticking up for yourself, you don't want to be around them. You don't want to be around them. You need to do this. You need to do this. Because that kind of confidence, it grows, it balloons, it will enter other areas of your life that have absolutely nothing to do with you speaking up for yourself. Make yourself heard, especially if you have littles. Because it's going to teach your daughters how to be treated, and it's going to teach your sons how to treat the women in their lives. I cannot stress enough that this is a generational problem. Generational problem. It gets taught and retaught and retaught. It's time to break the cycle. And it starts with you. It sucks. It's hard. But all of you folks here, I know you all. You're all strong people. Okay? Yes, absolutely. Don't be that negative voice in your children's heads. Don't don't be don't be that person that teaches your daughter that it's okay that she gets spoken over because she's female. Don't be that person that teaches your son that it's okay to talk over women or anybody for that matter. For those of the men who I know come in on the replay, I know who you are. And thank you. I am challenging you right now. Every other video that I've done for Tough Love Tuesday has been an invitation for you to to change something. This time, I'm challenging you. And I want to hear about it. When you do it, I want you to come back to this video and leave a comment and tell me what you did so that I can help you celebrate. Because this is, I'm getting my hair stand up on my arms because this is so huge. Get out there, stand up for yourself, teach the people around you, A, how to treat you, and B, how to treat others. Because this isn't just about you, but it starts with you. Listen, I love you guys to death. I love that you're showing up every Tuesday. Diane, message me. We will talk. I love that you guys are showing up because you're not just showing up for me. You're showing up for yourselves every Tuesday. And I will be back next Tuesday, and we're going to do this all over again. All right? I love you guys to bits. Get out there and start taking up some space. Ciao.